Hello, everyone. My name is Timo Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from Gold Squadron Flight Club. If you haven't joined Flight Club, go ahead, type !Flight Club in the chat or click the link in the description down below. Super excited for today. We have 3 matches, and our first one is an Aces matchup. We got Timo Hetzel out of Germany versus Brendan Morrissey from Australia. Should be a good time. My co-host for today is
Corey Heald.
And before we go too far, everybody, don't forget it is time to choose your champion. If you want to play that game, type !bet. Then you put a space, 1 or 2, and another space, and then how many points you want to wager. You can use those points when we do different giveaways. Also trigger on-screen animations, just good fun, or just trying to be the top earner. You also earn points by just watching the channel, subbing, following, all the standard things. Thank everybody for their support. Corey, let's go ahead and break down these lists.
Yeah, so we've got 3 Jedi. We've got Barris with CLT, Luminara with CLT and R5, and Mace Windu with R5 and CLT as well. And also added in is Anakin Skywalker with R5 and plasma torpedoes. So that'll be interesting there. And then on the other side, we've got L337 with just Crackshot. Great support ship there. We've got Genesis Red with Crackshot and proton torpedoes. And then we've got a pretty thick Bosk with marksmanship, Forlom, Unkar Plet, Greedo, Contraband Cybernetics, and Houndstooth, which then includes the Nashta Pup, which that'll be fun to see when that gets deployed. And Tirane Kolda with Crackshot, R5TK, and Contraband Cybernetics.
Awesome. So before the matchup, Corey, you were asking a little bit about those R5s. What does that R5 astromech on those Jedi actually do?
So there's a couple things. You can take an action and spend a charge to repair a face-down damage card. And then you can also take an action to repair a face-up ship card. So it gives you a couple options there. It's always curious to see on a ship with, low health to make sure it gets to use that before it gets taken off the table. So I'm very excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times Jedi prefer to take the, I think it's the R4 astromech that adds a shield, but because these are all CLT Jedi, they only have a single shield. That R5 astromech is just as useful. And like you said, having that utility of being able to flip those potentially devastating crits could make a big difference.
Oh yeah.
So, Corey, if you were at home watching right now, who would you be choosing as your champion? Which one of these lists speak to you? What do you think?
Oh, boy. I think I'd have to say Brendan's list. Personally, I like a nice mix of different types of ships. So support, some heavy guns, just lots of different options and dials to kind of work with. So I think that fits more my style, although I'm not typically a scum player. Pretty excited to see that one.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I want to see how aggressive Timo gets. Usually these Jedi are pretty cagey. But if he can get those bullseyes onto Bosk, especially with that large base ship, makes it significantly easier. Definitely.
But being able to arc dodge is going to be a little tougher with that 180-degree arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's even with Brendan having the initiative, being like that means so Timo can move his Jedi after Bosk moves, at least for all his ships move after. But if you just can't get out of a 180-degree arc, if you land somewhere in the middle around range 2 or 3, it's going to be really tough to get out.
Definitely.
Now, just remember, everybody who's watching in the chat, you can go ahead and place your bets for Choose Your Champion. Anybody who's just joining us, we're not betting real money. This is just fun Gold Squadron points. You get points for watching. If you want to check your balance, exclamation point points in the chat, and you can use those to go ahead and trigger awesome animations. I'll go ahead and do one on the screen. Let's see. We have some Jedi on the screen right now, so we'll trigger the Republic. You guys can see some cool ships doing some fun things on the screen there, and you guys can do that yourself. All right, man. Bosk is getting rather aggressive here.
Definitely.
Well, he was able to get that target lock.
Nice. I guess if L337 is going to help out Genesis Red with the coordinate to get the double-modded proton torps, or if there's another agenda for L337.
You know, I have to comment on it. It's always super fun to see people in the chat how committed they've become to the player they want to win after they bet. They're like, "Oh yeah, I just bet every single point I got. This is on you.
Nice.
Putting this on your back."
Nice.
All right. And somebody had asked earlier, is there a way to just put in all your points anyway? Yes, you could, instead of putting a number of points, just put the word all, A-L-L, and that will put a maximum of 10,000. All right, Barris doing a 3 bank and should be able to roll and maybe additionally boost to make sure that they get out of the arc.
Yeah, we got a K-turn out of Genesis too.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Genesis. Normally, she loves to move last. Like this was potentially one of the matchups or one of the list building formats where Genesis had a chance to do something really cool. The ability is after you acquire a lock, you must remove all of your focus and evade tokens, and then gain the same number of focus and evade tokens of the locked ship. Oh, all right. So it looks like Mace is going to be able to get a shot here pretty early on.
Wow. Coming in hot.
All right. So it looks like Timo tried to set up the flank here. I'm not sure Anakin's going to get close enough to get a shot.
Yeah, it looks out of range a little bit.
I like the positioning of Anakin right now. Didn't overcommit and boost between those two asteroids. Gives Timo some opportunity to turn out to the left if need be.
Mm-hmm. Tarani's got a pretty nice lane there, though, with a hard turn left there if he needs to get back into things.
Mm-hmm. All right, no start of engagement triggers here. I believe Mace is the only one who has a shot here. So we have a shot from downtown. Let's make sure that the dice box is on. It should be good to go. And that's a range 3 shot. So this is going to be 2 on 3. First shots of the game. Let's see what happens. We got 1 hit. The lock is out there already. Going to go ahead and spend it. And only 1 hit.
Ooh, rolls into a blank. That's always hurts.
Always. Defense dice, and yeah, plenty. So had an opportunity there to possibly, get some hull and shields early. Didn't quite work out, but Mace is in a very strong position for the next couple turns.
Yeah, that always feels bad when you have a shot coming in and it just takes 1 shield away or 1 hull and you no return fire, and it definitely sets you on tilt a little bit at the first engagement if that happens.
Yeah, that on top of there's you start playing that what if game with yourself. You're like, well, if I wouldn't have taken that 1 damage, I would be alive for the following turn to get an additional attack. Right? You just kind of snowballs.
Definitely.
For sure. Oh man. So I mean, Bosk, I think, obviously is turning in, right? A 3-turn
Yep.
is most likely. Just start to swing that guy around. Do we think Tarani's going to commit between that rock and the gas cloud?
I think you've got to. With that many ships coming in, you've got Boss to kind of help out that right side. So I think coming in with Tarani is what I would do. Do they have a 1 hard?
That is a great question. Let me go ahead and take a quick look. They do. It is red. I think the 2 hard is probably fine, but yeah, if need be.
I was just trying to give him more options if he did a 1 there, but yeah, 2 should be fine.
L3 should be protected behind the cloud next turn, so available to do some type of coordinate shenanigans. Set up something for Tarani.
L3's stressed and is going to move before Tarani, though. That's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. Is the 1 bank to the right blue? It is. I think the 1 bank maybe fits. Yeah, 1 bank to the right clears the stress. You would prefer a 1 forward, but if you really want the coordinate, or at least just an action for L3, the only way that's going to happen is if you 1 bank to the right. And there it is.
Nice. Do you think Mace is coming in hard?
Yeah, for sure. Or he's going around to the right side to see if Genesis Red... I mean, I don't know what move Genesis Red does that ends up with Mace in arc, because Mace is in that perfect spot just outside of range 3. And with the boost and barrel roll, should be able to arc dodge whether or not Tarani goes 2 forward, which would clear the stress. Sorry, not Tarani. If Genesis Red does a 2 forward or a 1 bank to clear the stress.
So there's that turn in.
Yep.
The barrel roll is interesting. Do you know any thoughts on that barrel roll? By L33?
I don't know. I'm actually really surprised to see the barrel roll there. It might just be to hold L3 back a little bit. You didn't stress L3 as well. So Genesis did take the 1 bank.
And just an evade.
Yeah, I mean, Genesis Red is going to be taking damage, or he's going to be taking a shot this turn for sure.
Sure.
All right, barrel roll still in the... Yeah, still in the arc, though. I wonder if he's... I don't actually think he can get out. He can boost in for range 1, but I think it's probably better to take the modifier. Ooh. Oh. Anakin setting up the plasma torp. We'll probably see another target lock right here.
Yeah, that plasma would be pretty nasty on a Jedi.
And chose instead to actually just go ahead and boost in to get the range 1 shot. I think.
Yeah.
Because I think that arc dodges Tarani. You have Luminara moving over, having that defensive ability available for any shots going back into Mace or Anakin. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like might have CLT there too. It's close for Luminara. Might have the tip there, the corner.
Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. Engagement time. Let's see who gets the first shot. Here's Bosk. Doesn't have anybody. Tarani.
Ooh, that's tough.
Just out.
Oh.
Genesis Red is up. And it's going to go into Anakin Skywalker.
3 dice. Got crit, hit, and focus, so just a crit and a hit. Oh, gets one through. Oh, spend the evade. Yeah, nice. So no damage.
I mean, in most situations, Genesis doesn't get damaged there. It was just hope and a dream. Here's the shot back. Anakin back into Genesis Red. Oh, no, did they skip? Oh, no, they're just going straight to Luminara. Anakin has not come up yet.
Double blanks. Ouch.
Now Mace Windu has the bullseye shot, so we'll be adding that focus.
Oh, going into L33. Hit and a focus. Uses the force to switch it to double hits. Now, wasn't CLT in on that?
I thought so.
That's strange. Although he's got one force left.
Yep, I think he just missed the CLT. It is a May, so that's just a missed opportunity there.
So Anakin in the L33. 2 hits. Looks like he's taking one.
All right, L3 had 1 damage into him. And I'm sorry, one thing that we did miss is when Genesis Red shot into Anakin, did use the crack shot and was able to push through a shield there.
Okay.
Now here's a question out to the chat. If you were playing in this week's Flight Club, what Initiative 4 pilot that you usually don't see on the table would you maybe give a chance, and why? Why would you be flying it? Corey gave his, I gave mine. What about you? Give me somebody. I see a couple people. Oh, right away, Ved Foslo. I mean, Ved Foslo has a really cool ability. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is the TIE Advanced X1 that allows you to adjust your speed up 1 or down 1. And in this format, if you can move last, I mean, that's like a super ace.
Yeah, the Jedi need a droid for that.
Yes, exactly. P. Zagara says, anyone but Dace Bonearm. Listen, Dace will have his day. One day. I will tell you, like, Dace Bonearm was bad in first edition as well, but one of the last store championships of first edition, I lost in the final to a Dace Bonearm, and I was just like sitting there going like, what in the world just happened? I was so confused. Like, all the worst things just kept happening, man. Like, I was like, all right, there's no way that you ionize me here. Oh, wait, what? How'd that happen? Oh, like, it was just bad situation after bad situation. It was crazy.
You're going to start something with a bunch of Sikhs and Dace Bonearm, so.
I'm telling you, soon. Maybe one of the list building requirements in the next couple weeks would be like, choose one of these bad pilots, and we'll put Dace Bonearm. Like, you must have choose
each
one.
faction could have a terrible pilot you have to pick.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just assign one per faction, and whichever one you choose, you must have it in your list. Yes. And you have to use a certain percentage of points on it, too. Something along those lines. Should be good. Should be good.
You know, I was thinking about this format, your 1 through 4. I don't think they would go for it, but it'd be an interesting hyperspace format of limiting the 1 through 4 pilots instead of 1 through 6 as an option for hyperspace.
Yeah, I mean, that's just another way to look. Oh, another way to look at it. All right, Bosk is hitting that rock after the 3 hard. We'll see what he rolls here, and does take a shield.
Ooh, that's really close.
So Brendan Morrissey a little bit overcommitted with Bosk early on, and the maneuverability of the Jedi has really been the strength that Timo has brought in this matchup. A couple people, let's see, Fast Walk Zero ask, is there ever going to be a Flight Club pancake day where players can only use large base ships? Sure. Nothing is off limits. Not all of them will be, the word that comes to mind is bangers, but you know what I mean? Like, all of them won't be great ideas, but we'll try. Oh, okay, we got a 5K there from Mace Windu that gives him back the additional force.
Nice.
And setting up that attack run against Tyranny or Genesis Red, and we did get a bump there from Luminara.
Boy, Mace, I think, would be just a monster in this if it was just I4s, though.
Agreed. All right, here is the lock check. Tons of options. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, we did get official public word that we will have new points on Monday. We'll be talking about it on our podcast. Make sure you guys join us Monday, 9 p.m. Central, to talk about our points change. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and the non-existent. We'll see what happens. All right, first attack here. Genesis Red going into Barris through the cloud. Spends a focus for 2. Unlikely to do any damage, especially with the cloud and the force, but you get to try. Yeah, so yeah, super not getting through. Not today. Mace checking range now. Or sorry, Tyranny checking range now and has range 2 going to Mace.
That's close.
And 2 hits. Is there a lock out there? No lock, so it's just going to be staying at 2.
Oof.
And going to be taking a shield on Mace. There's no shield regen on these Jedi, but there is hull regen. Watch out for that R5 in the next couple turns. Anakin just barely has range 1 on L337. And 3 hits. L3 is off the table. Impossible. So first ship goes to Timo there, 27-0 here early in the game. Still have 51 minutes left. Here's Luminara, range 2 into into Tyranny Kolda.
Focus blank. 1 hit. Ouch.
And no evades. Takes 1. So that is the first shield down. Super Tontu. Is next week's Flight Club gonna be with new points? Oh yeah. I don't do no 11 day out. No. We're playing with new points. Flight Club immediately. Because then instantly it's invalid. I'm not gonna wait like two weeks. No, thank you. Hit crit.
Hit crit.
Let us discover and learn together. Oh, taking hit crit.
Ouch.
Shield and a crit here going into Genesis Red. And the crit was Panicked Pilot.
Now, did Genesis user focus on the attack earlier?
Yes.
I almost feel like with the gas cloud and all those dice, I almost would have held on to it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, defense. I would have preferred the defensive move there, but I think that Brendan feels like he's behind, so he was,
Sure.
just kind of reaching for the stars right now. And positioning wise, I would agree that Timo does have the advantage. Fast walk 0. Somebody said, how about original 2.0 points? No. I'm not going to do any Flight Club stuff with changing points. What I might do is do a day of 201 point squads.
Nice.
That could be fun. Some number over. That could be just some silliness. 8 fully kitted out defenders. I have no desire to commentate that game.
You should just make that a ban.
Yeah, there you go. It's banned. No. Gone.
Well, like 1 damage would happen the whole time?
Yep. First time caller. Listen, I have built so many 201 point squads. It's crazy. I think we see some cool stuff. I know some people out there have been asking for like an epic day. That would be like that'd be like 2 games essentially. I don't think y'all would actually enjoy watching an epic stream. I really don't. As a full community, I don't believe you. And I say that with love.
Endurance. You need to do an endurance tag team where you got to have somebody else jump in and actually start taking over. See
there
what
you
happens.
Go. So here, I have some people saying, yes, we totally would. Epic without epic ships? No, that's not epic.
Right.
That's not epic. See, Nick Bond says, epic games, not live, edited for highlights. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have, with all the love, I say this, I don't really have time to do not live stuff. Not right now. Not with working on my masters. Oh my goodness.
Editing takes a lot of time.
Yup.
Do you think Tirani does a K-turn here?
Yeah, you got to get that arc viable.
Yeah.
You could try to be kind of cheeky and go for a block here, but it doesn't get you much.
Yeah. Do they have? Is it 4 or 5?
I think it is a 4K. I'll take a quick peek. Yeah, it's a 4K. So here, I'm curious now. I'm going to put out a poll for you guys. Okay. And be honest. Be honest. I don't want you guys to beat around the bush. Would you watch a 3-hour epic stream? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Dion, there's some of us that'll just watch whatever you put up.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I get it.
That's my Saturday morning, is just sitting down and having coffee and watching whatever you've done.
All right, so looks like Genesis was able to jump over. Okay, and going for the block here with Tirani. I like the idea because you're trying to bring Bosk in and hit big.
Sure.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Tirani still has the 4K. All right, so hitting the cloud there after the 2-bank.
I was thinking just a 1 forward.
I was too, but maybe trying to catch Anakin Skywalker.
So no penalty there for the gas cloud. still have people ask about gas cloud. Is it which things is it that does something?
Yeah, hits and focuses.
So.
All right, Luminara is going to have a sweet shot here.
Oh.
Out of boss firing arc and has a CLT on. There, some pain is coming for sure.
Is that range 1, or are you going to boost into?
I think probably just takes a target lock. The modifier is generally better than having having an extra dice. So. All right, Anakin, can he get out? Can he get out? I don't think so.
I don't think a 3 bank will do it.
So he's debating boosting forward to see if he can get into range 2. I'm waiting for that decision on Timo. He's going to take a lock.
Wow.
And he did get the, oh man, the one forward. Corey, we said it looks so good right now after knowing the block there on Maze is happening.
Yeah. Well, I'm really surprised with that lock, though, with Anakin on the boss.
All right. We are at the start of combat. All right, let's see who engages first. I think Genesis Red is going to go first. Range 1 into Barris. Three on 3.
Got crit and 2 focus, so just a crit. Safe, easy.
Got him to waste some natties there.
When you only roll 1 hit and they get 3 evades, it doesn't feel so bad as when you get 3 hits and they get 3 evades.
All right, let's see who he goes into.
Boy,
Bosk is
that's
up.
a tough one.
I mean, does he have any locks out there right now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's gonna go range 1 on Anakin. It makes sense because Mace has the 3 force and the cloud. You have a better chance of doing damage to Anakin.
All right, 4 dice.
Hoping for a crit. There it is.
Yeah.
Luminara is out of range to do her ability.
Luminara's.
So he uses Greedo to change a hit to a crit. And uses Forlom to make sure that he can't use the evade. So he's going to have to take a couple of Ion tokens, committing hard to do some big damage here. Remember, Both can split those crits, or one of the crits, into an additional hit if this attack hits. And it does.
So make one of those 2 hits.
Shield and a crit. Did we see what the crit is?
I didn't see it get dealt.
Yep. That was 2 crits. Alrighty. No, but he split one of them, and he did have an evade there, so he just took the two hits. But hits get canceled first. Am I missing something? It would have been hit crit that goes through, right?
I don't think so. Yeah. Got Mace into Sarasu with hit crit. Oh, 4 evades. Making sure.
I have contact with the players.
Okay. Here we got hit focus blank from Luminara. Rolls into a hit, spends a force for 3.
Oh.
Just 1 evade.
Okay, I got it now. So the crit, one single crit went through, and after the check result step, it gets changed into 2 hits, and you suffer only 2 hits. Got it. Gotcha. Okay, my brain was having a moment there. It's like, what? My brains. We're fine.
All right, hit and 2 focus. I'm gonna spend them both for 3 hits from Bosk. Gets the evade, though. That always feels nice when you got 1 die and you get it.
That's right. The magic die. So let me double check that I have this right. All right, so Tarani has 1 shield left. The pup is out, 3 shields down, only Hall over there. That's 9. Genesis Red was removed this turn, so let's go ahead and remove her. Him, it, actually I'm not entirely sure. We got 2 Hall left there. I think we're good to go. All right, everything is good. Sorry about the confusion on the Bosk ability, everybody. Just had the timing incorrect there. So after that round, Timo is up 72-27. Has a pretty good lead here. But was able to do some significant damage to Anakin Skywalker. I think one of the problems here is that he's not going to be able to do a follow-up shot because both Bosk and Tarani are going to be moving before all of Timo's ships.
Yeah, they're in a rough position. Tarani could turn around, but Bosk is going to have a hard time.
And just in case you guys missed it, as I was in my confusion for Bosk, Barris did manage to use that range 1 shot and clear Genesis Red off the board, which is why right now Timo's up 72-27. All right, looks like dials are down. We should be good to go. Want to remind everybody we have 2 other games after this. Ooh, there's the 4K.
Yep, nice. I think he's got to get both ships on 1 target and hope to get something through.
No strain. I agree.
That's tough with no mods, though, on Bosk.
Just got to hope. Alrighty. So, using Unkar Plut, after you partially execute a maneuver, you may suffer a damage to perform a white action. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 1 there. And took a target lock onto Mace Windu, hoping to get a shot.
You think Mace stayed around there, or is he bugging out a little bit?
I think Mace cleared the stress last time. I would not be surprised to see a sloop or a 5K.
Oh, nice. The sloop to the left would get him bullseye, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have all 3 force. Seems like a good shot. Right now, Luminara trying to see if she can get a shot. I don't think the boost to the right does it. Just going to hang out and focus.
Wonder about boosting there just to get set up better for the next.
That would have given you some more options to get around the clouds, a little less predictable. But I guess it also gives you the out to the left if you really feel like you want it next turn.
Sure.
And there's is the K turn. And Tirani is sad not to have Mace, but is going to get a range 3 shot onto Luminara.
Through a cloud, though.
Only 1 hit there, and plenty of evades.
And safe.
Tirani looking sleepy this game. Hasn't done much. Boss, the heavy hitter, hoping to roll some crits here.
Going into Mace.
Remember, did take the target lock as well, so has some options. There you go.
Oof. Yeah.
He's debating whether he wants to spend. Okay, so he uses Luminara to change 1 hit to a 1 crit to a hit.
Interesting. So that can be 4 hits, right?
It could be if it hits. Like the 3 have to hit in order to get that additional 1. So use Greedo there and the target lock to end up with hit, crit, crit. 1 gets through. So 1 of the crits gets through. That will be split and ends up taking 2 hits.
Nice.
All right, gets split into 2 hits. So the hit and the crit were canceled off the original roll, left with 2 hits. So -2 overall on Mace, and Mace is left at 1 hole there.
Oof. That's scary.
We have a range 3 obstructed shot from Barris going into the big one. 2 hits. Boss looking for some natties. That's going to be fine because of the gas cloud.
Gas cloud, nice.
Mace looking for revenge. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And this one's not obstructed, so he's going to be taking both. That is half points now on Boss, so Timo leading 106 to 53.
Now the Nashta pup can only be set out when it's destroyed? Or can you jettison that anytime?
That is a great question. Let's go ahead and take a look. So you can dock
You don't
one.
see it very often.
The text on the Nash top up says you can deploy only via emergency deployment, and you have the name, initiative, pilot ability, and ship charges of the friendly ship destroyed with the Houndstooth. So yeah, you can only escape on destruction.
Now, does that take a damage?
On the way out, yeah. Takes a damage and I believe cannot attack, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of want to go back and watch my quick tip videos I made about it. I was like, what did I say? What did I say again? I mean, so few people use the docking mechanic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've looked into it a few times with a Ghost, and it just doesn't feel worth it.
Now, answering a question here in the chat, Suncyber said it's the one about the glass half empty and stuff. Yeah, I did make that poll there, the one that's there. Just some curiosity questions. Some fun there for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and look up the quick tip video about it right now. And because now I feel like I'm doubting myself, but this is why I made these resources, to make them easily look upable. Went to the page, typed in docking. And you know what we can do? We can go ahead and just bring the video into the stream. At least the audio. Let's see. Just got to find the spot. You suffer a critical damage. Yeah, so you suffer a critical damage, which in this case would just end up being a crit on the shields.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and link that video into the chat. All right, Tirani.
So Tirani looks like in a good spot there. Oh, nice. Could be a dead mace this round.
That's right. Tirani likes that. The thing with Timo's list, while they are really squirrely, they only have 4 health each. So if these scum ships are able to land some hits, they can go down real fast.
Oh yeah. And Anakin's kind of doing a joyride over there.
He's scared. We may have lost one of the players. And there's the fine-tune boost. Sorry, Corey, what were you saying?
I was saying the only ship with shields right at this point is Tirani. Otherwise, those plasma torps on Anakin aren't going to do anything to, the extra.
Yeah, essentially at this point it's a 3 dice attack that you have. All right, and it looks like Barris went right smack in the middle of that bullseye. Will Barris use an action, either fine-tune or normal, to get out of the bullseye?
Because there's a ship. What's the ship ability for the?
It either eats up your green token or gives you a damage.
Oof.
So he's deciding on an action. Fine-tune barrel roll. gets out of the bullseye. Probably just takes a focus here, I would guess. Just going to adjust that barrel roll just a little bit, going backwards. Yep. But still sitting in Bosk's arc. Ooh, goes for the boost.
I didn't expect that.
So
I think that put him back in the bullseye there.
You are right, but Tarani's probably going to take a shot into Mace.
Yeah.
And it made it so that Boss doesn't have a shot.
Nice.
So missing there, nothing for Bosk. And now the choice here for Tarani.
Oof. I think you got to take Mace, don't you?
Knowing that.
No, nope.
That means that makes sense to me.
Going into Barris, right?
Yes, I think that's the plan.
Hit, crit. See what Barris has got.
All right, here we go.
She used her one force, so.
So uses crack shot.
Oof.
Hit, crit.
And she was supposed to take one.
Yeah,
for the
plus the
too, right?
Exactly. So that's a total of 2. So hit, crit, and a hit. Big damage there.
Yeah.
And the crit on Luminara was a wounded pilot.
Got a hit crit from Luminar into Tarani.
Yep, so no bullseye there, so hit crit.
Whoa, blank.
I believe Tarani is going to take a crit now. Stunned pilot. After you execute a maneuver. If you touch an obstacle, you take some damage.
Boy, if Mace does a lot of damage here, I guess he's not going to do too much with 2.
Oh.
Blanks. It makes you feel better about your choice earlier.
Now, can Luminara get some revenge here? Yes, going against Bosk. I like the move here. You already have Bosk down to half. See if you can take him out. No. Oh, you have a lock.
Nothing.
He has a lock. He's got a lock, the green lock right there.
Isn't that Luminara?
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's Luminara. Sorry, I got excited. I was like, there's a lock. What's happening? Yep, so no shots there. That turn clearly went Brendan's way.
Oh, yeah. That helped a lot. Although, getting a ship off, oh, boy. I think I would have gone Mace in that case just to get a ship off.
Mm-hmm.
Because it being at I-4, they're always going to be able to shoot.
Yeah, true.
But definitely did some good damage, though.
Quick shout out to JR Soccer 3431. Thank you so much for your Twitch sub. 5 months in a row. You are 1 month away from that 6-month emblem, that sub badge on the left. Shout out to everybody who's been subbed for more than a year or more than a year in a row. You guys are awesome. I'm hoping that if and when Twitch gives us the Twitch partnership that we've been asking for, which, by the way, thank you to everybody who has been tuning into the weekly content so that we can prove that board game streamers are worth Twitch's time, essentially. Because if we do, we get unlocked a 2-year and a 2-year, 3-year, and a 4-year badge. which I would love to update those and just keep adding on so you guys can show off really those streaks. Because some of you, I think I've seen somebody with I think Belinda Mood was the first one to ever sub to us. Shout out to Belinda Mood, by the way. Team Alaska. He has 34 months in a row has subscribed to Gold Squadron through Twitch. Like, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. We have some Epionics, 29 minutes. Not 29 minutes, excuse me, 29 months. First time caller, 17 months. We have 19 months out there. It's pretty awesome. So again, thank you for your guys' support. Adair hit a year recently. All right, can Tarani help clean up this some of these Jedi? Boss taking that 3-turn, hoping to catch something in the arc. One straight.
Boss is gonna definitely hit that rock coming out of there.
All right, we're looking at the...
Boy, it'd be nice if he could catch Anakin coming in.
Oh, okay. Getting the barrel roll there. I wonder if that's the attempt to block the sloop for Mace. Or maybe the 4K for Luminara or for Barris. And Mace is going to go ahead and use R5 Astromech. There's the card we were talking about earlier, and repairs one of the damage on Mace. Back to 2 hull
there on Barris. So that was a 4K, right?
Yes, that was a 4K attempt from Barris. Yep.
So she's stressed. That's going to be tough to clear that stress and get... She might be out of it for a while. So Mace and Barris are both going to be out of the picture for a little bit. I guess maybe not quite so much Mace, but...
All right, Bosk might have some shots to trade with Anakin this turn. No attacks there.
He does have marksman on this one too.
Oh,
2 blanks and a eyeball. Ouch.
That is a Greedo for a crit, but that's unlikely to do anything. Yeah. And of course, no 4-LOM ability there. Just the chances with a focus and an evade to do damage are very, very low, so no need to do that. And here's Anakin back.
2 hits and a blank.
And this is that plasma torpedo, so that he has the mod here on 3 dice.
3 hits. Got an evade though.
And 2 hits go through. Bosk is down to 4. Man, those YVs have a lot of hull.
Yeah, they do.
Here's Luminara, range 1 into Tyranny Colda.
2 hits and a blank. Gets the evade.
Just One at a time, one at a time. Keep on plugging away. So at this point, Brendan has the Nashtop Pup available to pop out, of course, once Bosk eats the dust. But essentially, Brendan has 9 health left in his list. Now, I'm actually kind of excited to see if the Nashtop Pup ends up being relevant when it comes out, especially in this matchup with so many of Timo's ships being close to death, only 1 to 2 away. Luminara, of course, has the most amount of health. But if that Z95 can maybe do some work if it's deployed in a strategic and positive spot.
Oh, he can come out the front and the back, right?
Yep, there's no limitations there.
I was going to say, if it just came out of the back, that would be tough, with his rock there, but could be in great spot if he does a hard turn to the right and then deploys it out of the front.
Yeah, the only ship that has any type of limitations on whether you can eject out of the front or back is the Ghost.
Which is weird, since the shuttle, the Falcon, it's out of the front. You'd think it would be locked to the front.
I honestly think that was just an oversight. It got out before they could fix it. Like, oh, you're right.
Because that seems pretty harsh to put that on a Ghost.
Mm-hmm. All right, looks like they're set. Contraband trigger here.
Ghost player. Oh, nice.
Rolls for damage.
You should have something in arc.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of confusion there. He's actually not going to use contraband. He went over the rock, so you would lose your action. So contraband doesn't make any sense. So just the too hard. Tirani 4K.
Is that stress token on boss? Because that.
Yeah, that's from doing the too hard, because the too hard is red.
Okay. Gotcha. Oof.
Ooh. 5 straight, sitting at range 1. That's going to be a good shot into Tirani Golda. I don't know if Tirani gets out of this turn. Gonna have. Okay, so
yeah.
he did a bank maneuver there. Right now, Barris is holding on to a wounded pilot. After you perform an action, roll an attack die and hit or crit, take a stress. Takes a focus, going to go ahead and roll for wounded. And takes a stress. Lumi, where are you going? Getting into it, 2 straight. Doesn't have bullseye right now. I don't think so.
Arc?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, not going to even worry about it.
Choosing violence instead.
Whew. Mace can boost and get a shot on Bosk there. Where they could
Boss.
both lose 2 ships on this round.
This is very true. I mean, they're all initiative 4, right? I mean, this is going to be really interesting.
Although it looks like Mace is going to be all right.
Just out, but we'll have a shot into Barris. And Barris only has 1 hull left. This will be a 3-on-4. Looking to go big here. Got the 2 hits. It's been...
Oh, that's painful.
All right, so Luminara uses the ability there, using the last force available to change a hit to a focus. Going to use Forlom so that Barris cannot use the focus token, and going to spend the lock in order to reroll the focus and the blank.
Nice. Oh,
and it works
3
out.
hits. Oh.
He's looking for at least 3 symbols here. 2 blanks means that's a dead and gone.
Doesn't get it. That was nice. And then with Mace right there, there's a good chance Bosk is going to get a shot on Mace this next round, even with Ionized.
Oh, yeah. Completely worth taking the Ion there to get a ship off the board. Luminara didn't get out of range 1. So right now, Tirani has a shot, has a focus available. Ooh! Yeah, you spend that for 3 hits and a crit. Yeah, that seems good. You could take her out right here for 2 blanks, dead.
Oh.
Hit, crit. Down to 1 hull. Right away, double damage kills her. It is a damaged engine.
Boy, that would have turned things around a little bit.
Brendan able to score some more points, actually leading right now, 108 to 119. Luminara trying to go for some revenge here. Got 3 hits.
Nice.
And uses Barris's force in order to modify Luminara's dice.
Oh, that was
so it says,
nice.
Yeah, while a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 performs an attack, if the defender is in the bullseye, you may spend 1 force to convert 1 focus to a hit.
Well, they both pulled out some tricks on that one.
Oh, yeah. Tirani won't die, well, not on that attack. Got down to 1 hull there. And Anakin could put the nail in the coffin here. And effectively does with only 1 agility.
Yep. Oh.
And Timo back up, 159 to 119. These last couple turns really throwing hot fire.
Yeah, they are.
Bosk is ionized. We know he's going 1 forward no matter what. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Remember, we're going to take a short break, like literally less than, I would say, about 5 minutes, so we can get the next game ready to go. And super excited for our next matchup. We have Demetrius Jester versus Rogelio Hernandez. Should be a good game. Should be a good game. A couple people were asking if there are any goals today for subs. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make one. I'm going to set it at 50. I got to go back and count how many we have so far, because I will count that. And if we get to the 50, I can find something cool to give away. I can find some cool stuff for sure. Y'all want giveaways? Let me know. I mean, when do they not want giveaways? It's probably the way to look at it.
Everybody likes giveaways.
This is true. All of it.
Giveaways and marbles, right?
Yup.
You get some. Need to have marbles that look like helmets.
6. Yeah, I have to look into how to edit the way the marbles look. I don't know what's the deal there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've had 15 right now.
Boy, everybody's just pointing.
All just choosing violence. That's what that's what this turn's about.
I've
You
got
looking
more
at me?
ships, so.
Let's go. Yeah, essentially that's what he's leveraging. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised on the focus there. I almost wonder about just target lock and.
With the ion, you can't target lock.
Oh, I'm sorry, with mace.
Oh, with mace. I have no idea. Maybe defense. Ooh, hit crit. Look, Brendan looking at all his shenanigans. What does he have? He chooses not. Oh. And that splits. Mace is dead. 2 damage goes through. Mace is gone. Oh, no, sorry. There was a regen that we missed, so he's back to 1.
Oh, yeah. Range 2 for mannequin.
Oof. Just use the force for 1. Unless you have a lock there. Yep, there is one.
Ouch. That feels bad.
Yep.
And gets it. That feels extra bad. There we go.
Spends the focus for hit crit.
He's like, how dare you question my focus?
And if this is a double damage, he will be gone. And it is a wounded pilot. After you perform an action, roll a die. So right now, score 159 to 145. And we're going to have one more turn left. Just want to double check. No, sorry, that score is incorrect because Mace is marked as dead. So it's 159 to 119. I don't think there is a way for Brendan to win, if I'm not mistaken. The most expensive half is Mace Windu. No, actually it's Anakin, but it still doesn't get you enough. So, I mean, that's pretty much the game. Yes, Mace is still alive. Somebody asked the question there because of an additional regen.
Oh, if he could have got Mace off and then
if
that 1 damage.
Remember we talked about it earlier. The R5 astromech was an interesting thing we started talking about at the beginning of the game, and that is the reason why Timo is now on this last turn guaranteed to win. So
pretty cool.
Very solid there.
Yeah, usually what happened to Luminara is what I usually see is where it just goes fast. You don't have a chance to bring it back, but it's cool to see it happen.
All right, guys. You asked for sub goal. Sub goal coming in right now. Oops, I put the wrong date. There it is. There it is. I will find something cool to give away. Oh, actually, you know what? I will show it off in the break. I know exactly what I'm going to give away if we get to the 50 today. Oh, Mace Windu doing the K-turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder about a hard stop with Boss, just because you know you're not going to get your arc around.
Yeah, that is...
I don't know if it would have mattered much.
That is GG for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No Nash to pup. I'm so sad. Didn't even get a chance. We tried so hard.
Wonder if that was purposeful to not let the pup be a factor.
Well, you can't let it out. And you know.
Yeah, I mean, if on Timo's side, I wonder if he was like, I don't want this thing to come out, because that's one more thing you have to deal with. 2 hits.
All right, one gets changed to the crit because of Greedo. And the crit puts the nail in the coffin. All right, so congratulations to Timo for winning that game. Hey, Corey, let's go ahead and let's jump over to their voice room so that we can just get a quick recap from the players.
Sure.
Hi, friends.
Guess I'll do it. Oh. How do I do this?
Check. How's it going, guys?
Good, good.
Fun.
Hey.
Nice game.
Timo, are you trying to put all the nails in the coffin here?
I really wanted to kill the Z95, but
I don't know how to do it.
if it takes too much time, we will just. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm going to leave Timo unsatisfied. Oh, there you go. You got the K-turn there. You got the K-turn.
We got it. We got it. Kill him. He made an appearance. That's all I wanted.
There you go.
So
Squad
Anakin
goals.
will try to you take a damage card or
He
lose
takes
a shield?
damage. Yeah, which is that.
Okay, I get
Takes
it.
the damage.
So Anakin will just roll hit crit. Something like this. 1 hit, Z95. At least survives.
He was behind you too, man. He was a threat.
Yeah,
He was just going to roll crits all day as well. Use his ability.
yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Well played.
Yeah, thanks for the game, man. I didn't play too well, but yeah, it was fun.
Hey, well, guys, I want to say
that barrel roll.
thank you for the
Sorry,
game,
go
and just go ahead, and I want you guys to let us know just a little bit about yourself. Where are you guys from? Where do you guys play out of? And what were your thoughts going into the game when you saw what you'd be playing against, and maybe what was your hopes for strategy? What worked? What didn't? Brendan, we'll have you go first.
Yeah, sure. So I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Father of 4 kids, so quite enjoying X-Wing in lockdown because I've played more games in the last 3 months than I have in the last 2.5 years. It's been good to get into TTS and utilize that. List-wise, I was just looking to get a Nash Tarp up because it's been rubbished so much. I was like, if Bosk at I4 shooting first with Greedo should be enough of a threat to make him a good priority, but it wasn't, as we saw. But the pup made it onto the board, so that's all that matters. But Yeah, no, I think the list that Timo's playing really good. R5 is underrated, especially on CLT Jedi. As you could see, you got to use quite a lot out of them. Yeah, it's so good. So I think the barrel roll in this point, Tirani, was really bad. If I had stayed there, Mace would have been blocked in the bullseye. I could have shot Bosk and killed Mace that turn, and then been in a better position for the contraband next turn as well. So I regret that. But otherwise, I think I flew okay. I wanted to get him into this bottom sort of circular area with Bosk coming around from the top, Tirani from the side. It's just the K turn on Genesis didn't quite work out. Maybe that should have just been a white up through the rocks to kind of chase that way and bring him more to Bosk and Tirani. So I think that was probably the biggest mistake, was barrel rolling right and then doing the 5K rather than barrel rolling left and doing a too hard and getting in behind 2 rocks here, continuing to pressure Barris. So that was probably where the game was won and lost, was on that decision. And then I still had a chance, but the barrel roll from Tirani sealed the deal. But Timo played quite well and put the pressure on, and it was a good game.
Awesome. And Timo?
Hey, I'm Timo. I'm from Germany. I'm not Timo Rabe, because some people might have mixed me up with him, like D. Probably you've listened to the podcast, and I played in the Jank Tank, and he mixed me up with Timo Rabe. About this matchup, actually, I'm not that used to CLT Jedi yet, but I like to play this list against a list that has any shields, because Plasma Tops are just great against low agility and shields. It did not work very good, because I think Anakin shot both Plasma Tops into a ship that had no shields left. Yeah, but the other thing is he had a large and a medium base, and that's very great to line up both eyes, or it makes it so much easier to line up both eyes. That's actually a good matchup for me, and my ships all moved last, which means Boss was able to shoot first, but on the other hand, it means that Genesis Red will not be able to shoot the double-modded, super terrible proton torpedo into one of my poor Jedis. So, yeah, this really helped. And when I recognized that Boss was somewhere here and did not turn in, Barris was just baiting, and he tried to get my other ships a little bit of time, because they full-throttled this direction. So an M3A that K turned here, moved in this direction while Tirani was here. Lead was moving away, and yeah, it was just an easy ship to catch there after the K turn. And Bosk took a lot of time until he was in the fight again. I think you 3-turned here, and then you...
That clipping there was big as well.
Yeah, two turn.
I had some good shots set up that turn. It was a 3-turn, but it just clipped, so that was a miscalculation from me as well.
I wasn't sure if you would turn in or 1 or 2 banks this direction and chase Barris, but then you would have had to turn an even longer course until you're relevant to the fight. Because Barris is super cheap, he doesn't even have regen, and it's fine for me if Barris is not shooting and you're, I believe, around about 80-point Bosk is not shooting.
I think it's 70, yeah.
It was a great game. It was very close in one of the after the first engagement, and yeah, but after the M3A and the lead died very quickly, it got harder for you. And even with the region, Mace regioned 2 hull, Anakin regioned 1. Yeah, it worked out for me.